We are back in the building, coming at you with another Dauntless video. I said this before and I'm going to say it again. There's so many great things that are happening right now with Dauntless. It's really going in the right direction. If there's any AAA titles right now that are just letting you down, and you're getting bored of them, you maybe just want to try something new to spice up your life a little bit, then I highly suggest you try out Dauntless. Well, what is Dauntless? If you're new to the channel, Dauntless is one of the games that we cover here at Sailor Turn Gamer, in addition to Anthem and other games that we'll add along the way. Specifically, Dauntless is a free-to-play action RPG that exists within the Monster Hunter genre. It's pretty fun, and I think it's very, very awesome. Basically, you start off as a low-level slayer working your way through various islands which function as maps, and on these maps you're going to be defeating a variety of behemoths. One of those you see over there in the video. It's pretty dope. As you go through and you defeat these behemoths, you're going to gain crafting material that you can use to craft weapons and armor within the game, and go through a progressional path, becoming not only a stronger slayer, but a smarter one as well. So it's a very, very fun progressional path. In our previous video, we talked about the mastery system that will be coming to the game very, very soon. And with today's video, we're going to be talking about the Path of the Slayer update. I'm very, very excited, and be sure to stay here for the rest of the video so we can talk about that in depth. In summary, what is that? Well, the Path of the Slayer update is going to be here April 24th. And with that, it's going to completely revolutionize the way the progression system works in the game right now. There are going to be new tutorial cards that will be added for early progression. So those new players out there, you guys that are watching this video and you want to try out this game, don't feel like it's too late. You're arriving just on time. And when the Path of the Slayer update comes on the 24th, those tutorial cards are going to be there to help you guide yourself all the way to the end for even more fun. With that, there's going to be a new map screen, and the hunt structures is going to be modified. They're going to make the regular gear and the dire gear that exists within the game now shareable within a single upgrade track, which is fantastic. There's going to be new upgrade materials ranging from like orbs and then arc stones, and then the new end of hunt screen will be here, which will be really, really awesome to see how they revolutionize that as well. So be sure to stay tuned for all the information that we will be talking about in more depth. So if you guys want to hear even more about the great things that will be here in the Path of the Slayer update, again guys, be sure to stay here at Sailor Turn Gamer for all things Dauntless. If you like the video, please be sure to give it a like, share it so more people get an opportunity to know what we do here at Sailor Turn Gamer. And if you really like what we do here, be sure to subscribe and join the fleet. We are on our way to 100 subscribers on the channel, and that'll give us our very own URL. Help us grow, help more people know, and join the fleet. With that being said, be sure to join and stay up for the rest of the video. It's going to be fantastic. As a small disclaimer, I want to say, you guys see, I've been getting more used to the axe. Not really an axe guy, but I'm getting used to it. And so for today's footage, it's going to be me fighting a Riftstalker. Don't worry about what that is. You guys are seeing the footage. But I'm going to be fighting that Riftstalker with an axe. So I will be getting knocked down, but I'm getting back up. And spoiler alert, at the end of the day, you know we come through with the W. So without any further ado, let's get into the news, and let's talk about the Path of the Slayer update. Alright guys, so we talked about the Path of the Slayer arriving here April 24th. You guys know about the new progressional tutorial cards that'll be here and how progression is just going to be completely reworked. With that, I just want to talk about starting fresh. The world of the Shattered Isles is changing. With the Path of the Slayer update, we're going to be gaining a whole new reworked progression system. It's going to be new quests, a new map, new patrols, and a new end of hunt screen that we talked about as well. So like I said guys, whether you are a professional Dauntless player or you're someone that's new finding your way to the channel or finding your way to the game, you don't have to worry. There's a lot of progression for you too. You will not be left behind. What do we mean by new progression? Well, there's going to be war pikes that wound, hammers that stagger, Aether Whips that gives you a boost of energy. And we keep consistently talking about how being a veteran slayer, of course you guys are going to know the name of things, but how did you learn them? The chances are it wasn't from Cat Sorrel, one of the NPCs within the game. It was just from playing, and just playing the game and loving the game that we all love. But with the rework of quest and progression, slayers are now going to be able to get all the info you need to start mastering skills early within the game,
which is going to help with the overall lore and community that exists within the game. So, Phoenix Labs, they structured the starter quest to put newer Slayers within a basic track, and they've updated the tutorial cards like we've talked about. It's going to be new dope graphics and cleaner instructions, like this super fly stuff that you see right there in the shot that we got. I mean, that looks fantastic. Yes. By the time you leave the sheltered frontier and you start considering your first hunt, you should speak to your axe from the pole on the ground and just do things the way you got to do. It's going to be fantastic working your way through this particular track, because as a new player, you're really going to have an experience unlike no other, especially something that's different than what I've received. Me being a veteran player, along with other people in the community, I guess we would say, when the Path to Slayer update comes on the 24th, we're going to immediately gain access to new quests and the progression systems. Slayers that have already completed the tutorial, you're going to be able to skip it this time around and go right to Maelstrom, which is awesome. Behemoths and hunts you unlock before the Path to the Slayer, they're going to remain unlocked, so no worries on that. As far as hunt changes, once you go through the new update, version 0.7.1, you're going to be referring to a new map, which is going to be awesome. And when you hit that M key, you're going to see some pretty dope stuff. I mean, look at this map, guys. It looks amazing. I love it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. The shelter frontier remains intact, but many of the islands beyond that have been pulled into a larger maelstrom. Don't worry about that. We'll still have time to access the same things that we did, though it's going to be in some different locations, which is awesome. As far as that, we're going to talk about threat levels and hunt types. When we're speaking about threat levels, now you can check the hunt threat level directly from the map, which is amazing. Selecting the hunt is going to break it down even further and give us more details. You know, things like a recommended gear score. It's going to show you current target strengths and weaknesses, which is something that it shows in the airstrip, which is pretty awesome that is making its way to the map. I have to meet a hunt's gear score requirement to proceed, but it's just a way for you to gauge the difficulty of the actual hunt in itself. So, for example, if you're 100 points away from that desired gear score, it may be a little bit harder for you rather than being, I don't know, 10 points away from the gear score. So the threat level is going to be a big deal, and having more information about things in the game isn't necessarily a bad idea. It's something that I actually really enjoy. So, with hunt types, the old system of patrols, pursuits, and expeditions, that is going to be changed in the Path of the Slayer update. Expeditions, they're going to be removed from the hunt board. New elemental patrols are going to be added, and you can check the new material section below. And when we talk about that, we're going to talk about that in more depth. Pursuits, they're going to be reorganized to make it easier to find the behemoths that you actually want to hunt down. And when you do, all you have to do is go to pursuit section, select an element, and then choose that behemoth you want to hunt, and you can specifically go down the path in which you want to control your fate, which I think is pretty awesome. There are going to be some more crafting changes within that patch as well. We're going to talk about the one path. Instead of upgrading from a regular weapon to a separate dire weapon, all you have to do now is move along a single track system as you progress through the game. Weapons are going to start from level 1, and they can be upgraded all the way to level 15. Any progress that anybody has already made on any of your weapons and armor is going to be applied to the new gear that exists. The power levels are going to be slightly off, but that could be for the good or that could be for the bad. Just got to trust in the guys. This way, it's going to make a lot more sense, and things are going to be a lot less redundant, and it's going to allow simplicity and organization. We also will be having access to new materials. I talked about that in the introduction. Upgrading weapons in the Path of the Slayer will involve new materials like elemental orbs. Elemental orbs, they have replaced many of the more specific behemoth parts that are in the current system. To upgrade low-level gear, you can earn them through elemental patrols or by slaying behemoths that share the actual elemental orb, which is great because it's going to create this revolving door when it comes to actually doing elemental patrols and gaining things that will always come of use. Another material that I talked about in the introduction as well is arc stones. Arc stones are going to be added to the loot list. Dull arc stones are earned from dire behemoths that are used to upgrade mid-tier gear. Mora, another one of the NPCs in the game, is going to send us on a quest to fetch your first handful. Once you reach even higher gear levels, you'll be collecting Shining Arc Stones, which are for heroics, and then you'll be collecting Peerless Arc Stones, which will be for heroic pluses. So it's awesome. Those are two materials that are really going to help transition the game to something that it just makes a lot more sense. And last but not least, the end of hunt screen that I've been talking about since the beginning. Here's your chance to see what that phenomenal screen looks like by seeing an example of a lesser Embermane that's gotten slain. And the new end of hunt screen looks like it's going to be a lot more simplistic. The modifications on it make it a lot easier to read as so. And then once you actually continue on from that particular screen, you're going to see this shot here of the end of hunt reward screen, which I'm loving the aesthetics of this. But as we take a look, everything is categorized properly from loot to slayer progression, and you get a clear look at all the break parts you got, any possible bonuses that you may have received from your standard bonuses to possibly something regarding to you see your slayer progression when it comes to the mastery system that exists on the right hand side of that reward screen. And I think it looks amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And if you guys are not sure what the mastery system is, I link in the description box below where you guys can click on it and check out our previous video where we talked about the mastery system in great detail. It's an awesome system, and I cannot wait for it to be here. So let's talk about maximizing your rewards. The Path of the Slayer comes with new opportunities to actually do so by maximizing your hunt rewards. Breaking behemoth parts is still going to be the best and most reliable way to earn unique materials that you are going to need. But if you want to earn a little bit of extra, there's 3 ways to do that. Stay alive. Slayers will now start to earn. Every hunt, you're going to get 3 bonus loot rows. Every time you're down, you're going to lose one of those rows. And that's what we were seeing above. When we see that never down bonus, you actually get bonus loot for going through and doing something like that and showing your superiority in the hunt, which is awesome. Staying active. Daily quests are gone, but daily rewards are still alive in the form of patrol chests. Slayers will earn a set number per day, and you can open them by going on patrols. Chests will cap out after a while, so don't wait too long to crack them open, and you can go elite. Owning the Hunt Pass Elite track will also give you bonus loot rolls, which is pretty awesome, and according to Phoenix Labs, it's just a great way for them to say thank you. The last thing I want to discuss before we end this video is extended maintenance. So in preparation for this huge patch and this huge change that will also include the mastery system that I'm excited about, Dauntless is going to be going through some extended maintenance. It's going to be a 2-day maintenance period, and during this time they're going to be updating everyone's account to make sure that all of your weapons, all of your armor, everything that you've gotten in Dauntless so far is safely transitioned to the new progression system that exists within the game. So any players out there, you're not going to be able to sign into your account from 10 a.m. Pacific time to 10 p.m. Pacific, or 10 a.m. Pacific time on the 24th. So it's just going to be a couple days from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. from the 22nd to the 24th. You're not going to be able to log in, and that's because they're working on, I think this has to be the biggest patch, the biggest change in the game since I have been playing, and it's been months. This is the best time right now to be playing Dauntless. I've been saying that for the past couple days because everything that they've been doing since I've been playing, which has been since August of 2018, has been leading up to this moment, and they are really setting this game up to hit console and hit full release running. So those of you guys that are interested in this type of content, continue to stay here at Sailor Gamer, and those of you PC players that are regulars here on Sailor Gamer, or anybody that's new here and you want to try this game out, we always have a link in the description below on every Dauntless video directly to the Dauntless website where you can download this game, and it's free to play. What's the harm? And it is going in the right direction. I'm really excited for this patch to come through. It's really going to change the game. Anybody that's made this far in the video, I just want to say thank you and continue to stay here for all things Sailor Gamer. I really appreciate having you guys here. Again, guys, be sure to like and share, and more importantly, subscribe. We're on our way to 100 subscribers, and we will have our own URL. With that being said, until then, this Sailor will be out in the open ocean. Peace.